Hi everyone, this is Michael and I'm back with the second video in the onboarding guide series related to accounting integration. In the previous video we went over how to connect your QuickBooks or Xero account, and in this video we will be talking about finalizing the chart of account and mapping. And before we get into the task itself, I want to say a few words about this task. This one is important, especially for accountants. So if you are a person responsible for the onboarding, but you're not the chief accountant, recruit your chief accountant's help. This will be really important because the setting up this part will determine how accurate and how seamless the integration is going to be later on. Because what we need to set up in this moment is your chart of accounts. You first of all need to make an important decision whether you want to use the NeonPanel default chart of accounts or if you want to use your own or continue using your own if you've already done reporting with a specific chart of accounts that you want to keep, and how to map the different transactions and different information that's coming through Amazon, how that should be mapped to the actual account. So for example, off the top of my head, one good example is if you're selling on different marketplaces, some businesses want to split in their P&L. They want to split the sales coming through different countries. So they want to see sales for Great Britain versus sales in the US versus sales in Canada. You can do that, and that would be an important consideration when finalizing the chart of accounts and mapping it to different services. Or some businesses decide to just have a top line sales or Amazon sales account where they record all of the sales. And again, I just mentioned you can have Amazon sales, you can have TikTok shop sales separated, you can have Shopify sales also separate, or you can have all the countries from all the different sales channel all together, or you might want to have them all separate. So these are important considerations. So that's why I say that when you get to this step, it is very important to get the buy-in and to recruit the help of your chief accountant. And the first decision they need to make is whether to use the standard NeonPanel chart of accounts or whether they want to use their own. For a sample of what the standard NeonPanel chart of account looks like, you can simply, once you sign up, you can simply go to your accounting integration page and there is a chart of accounts right here, or you can message us at support@neonpanel.com asking this question, and we will share the standard chart of accounts with you. So let's go back to our onboarding view. Okay, so once you decide whether you want to use your standard chart of account or our chart of account, the steps may differ a little bit. So if you decide to use our standard chart of account and our standard mapping, there really isn't too much that you need to do in this step. You just need to, or your chief accountant needs to look over what the standard chart of accounts is and how the services are mapped to various accounts, understand it, and basically be okay with it. If there are any questions, again, you can message us. This is an important part of onboarding. So let's see what I mean when I say that you need to map services to accounts. So as you can see here on this page, these are all the different services that come through Amazon statements. And on the right hand side in the service account column, you can see what account from chart of accounts is used for these services. So what this means is whenever there is a service that comes through, like a line item coming through the statement for coupon redemptions, however much, whatever the amount is connected to that coupon redemption fee, it will be put towards this Amazon coupon redemptions account from your chart of accounts. You can just change this account to anything you want. They're from everything from your chart of accounts. Simply just, let's say for just demonstration, you wanted to put it towards sales for some reason. You could just choose sales in here, and that would be fine as well. But of course, in this case, we do want to keep it on the coupon redemption account. And so you or your chief accountant need to go over the different services and choose or verify that you're happy with the accounts being used. Now, if you decide to use the NeonPanel standard chart of accounts, and you connect your QuickBooks accounts, you can write to us and we will import our standard chart of accounts into your system so that you don't have to create them one by one. We're happy to do that. So depending on what your decision might be, you will do different things. So as I said, if you choose NeonPanel standard of accounts, you just need to familiarize yourself with what kind of accounts we have, what services are mapped to which accounts, and then let us know and we will put these accounts into your accounting software so that when you integrate, there are actually accounts on the other side to integrate and to pass information for. So that's one option. The other option is you might want to use your own chart of accounts. Or you might want to keep the majority of your own, but if you look at our default one, you might think, oh, okay, this is a good idea. I want to add one of these accounts in my software. And so what you would do, if you want to add an account, you would add it on your QuickBooks or Xero side, and you would finalize your chart of accounts there. And once that is done, you can go to your QuickBooks integration page. So actually it's in setup and settings, and you can click on the accounting sync settings here, and at the bottom you will see there is a button called import accounts. So once you verify your you finalize your accounts on the QuickBooks or Xero side and you're happy with them, you can import all of those accounts into NeonPanel. And then the second step related to that, once you've imported your accounts into NeonPanel, you need to go back into the services in catalog, and you would need to change the service mapping. So by default, the services are mapped to the default account. But of course, if you're using your own, you would need to change these mappings to your own accounts. So it might take a little bit of time because you might have quite a lot of accounts and there's quite a lot of services, but this is a very important step in the setup and you only needed to do it once. So once you do this part, we will just need to do only a couple of things and then we can turn on the integration. So again, if you choose to continue with your own chart of accounts or a hybrid, you might want to add some to yours, add them on your QuickBooks, import them via settings, then map the new accounts to the existing services. And once you're done with all of that, we can tick this box and we're done with finalizing the chart of accounts and mapping. This is the meats and potatoes of this onboarding step. This one takes a little bit of time for your chief accountant or one of your accounting team members to do, but it is very important. This initial setup will determine how happy you are with the flow of data once you actually start syncing the information, because this actually determines what services and what information is passed using which accounts. It is very, very important. If you have any questions, please contact me at support@neonpanel.com and I will be happy to help. I'll see you in the next video when we talk about importing vendors and customers.